a small shift in demand triggered by the COVID-19 crisis is shaking up global supply chains. This has led to an excess of demand and a surge in prices. Inflation is spreading due to the supply chain disruption and the impact of surge in oil prices. Amid global inflation concerns, the U.S. Consumer Price Index rose the most in 31 years in October, as the inflation rate of more than 5% continued for 6 months. The burden on the policy authorities who viewed inflation as a temporary phenomenon also increased. After the outbreak of the novel coronavirus infection in 2020, international passenger flights were suspended in the first half of 2020. In the second half of that year, the concentration of global ships on routes from China was aggravated. In the first half of 2021, traffic to the Suez Canal was suspended. At the same time, flight rate, raw material and oil prices, and energy prices, such as coal and LNG, soared. Export companies are having difficulties in delivering their export cargo in a timely manner due to high flight rates, lack of cargo space, and delays in transportation schedules triggered in the global logistics market. This inflation, which appeared suddenly after the corona pandemic, has a different characteristic from the past. The small change in demand triggered by the COVID-19 crisis has led to a phenomenon that significantly shakes the global supply chain. This has led to excess demand and soaring prices. Global companies expected a demand collapse in the early stage of spread of COVID-19 and reduced raw material orders and production. But as demand recovered quickly, they are now struggling to balance supply and demand. The current inflation cannot be accurately explained in conventional economic terms, such as hyperinflation and stagflation. Hyperinflation is an overstatement that refers to extreme inflation in which prices rise by hundreds of percent per year. Stagflation refers to an increase in prices during a recession. As a result, there has been an argument that the recent rise in prices in various parts of the world should be called whackflation. Whackflation is a compound word of whack meaning to hit hard and inflation. It is a new word that combines the word whack, which means slash and strike, and inflation, where prices rise due to decrease in the value of money. On November 2nd, Bloomberg defined whackflation as a price wave that occurs between a boom and a recession. It was also described as a strong inflation following a fall in inflation. It is a state of instability that occurs in the process of stabilizing the complex economic system hit by the pandemic.